Hello everybody and welcome to Photography Locked Down. This is a series of weekly photo challenges with a little tutorial followed by a competition which you can post onto our Facebook group. Click the little link popping out up here now to go and find out how it all works and where to go and how to enter. This week we're going to have an awesome judge in the form of multiple Pulitzer award-winning photojournalist, National Geographic photographer, Essdras. He's a very, very cool guy. His work is breathtaking. I mean, just look at some of this stuff. He will be giving you a bit of feedback and critique next week when we announce the winners live on YouTube. Winners will be able to choose from some of my online photography resources. You can have those for free, and we'll be offering free places on some forthcoming exciting webinars. The theme for this week is the heart of your home. The heart of the home is the kitchen. What does that mean to you? What is the kitchen to you? It's going to be different for everybody. For me, I think of those messy little pots and things in the back of the cupboard, you know, the empty herb packets and things that you haven't quite used, you know, bloke who lives on his own, there's going to be, you know, stuff that's out of date and all that nonsense. What does it mean to you? What I'm not looking for, what no one is looking for, is a sterile shot of a beautifully composed, lit, tidy kitchen. That's a brochure shot like you'd see in an estate agent's. We're not looking for that. It might be technically perfect, but we want to see your creativity at work. We want to see you thinking about different ways of interpreting that theme. And I'm going to run through a couple of ideas in a minute. But first, Essdras asked me to read this to you. Excuse me. I want us to step back from the familiarity of our own surroundings and to take a closer look at our kitchens anew. Think of this experience as stepping into the shoes of an outsider, walking into your place for the very first time. Slow down and try to approach it without any preconceived notions or ideas, without judgment, and to truly observe details such as how the natural light might play along the walls, along the surfaces of your kitchen. And then ask yourself, are there any beautiful early morning or late afternoon beams of light that make it shine, or that make it feel welcoming and homey? Is it bright and airy in the morning and dark and foreboding in the late afternoon? And if so, how can I best photograph this phenomenon? How can I best capture this mood? Are there any details in my kitchen that could tell the story of the inhabitants of the household? Could one tell my approximate age just by looking at my kitchen? Is it full of classic cooking utensils, black kettles and pots? Or is it all chrome, aesthetic white, or a uniform graphite black? Are there any gadgets, old or new, which are worthy of their own photo essay in the realm of the abstract? Are there any brightly coloured or shiny utensils, cookware, or anything similar worthy of extra attention because of their unique design and unique surfaces? Could I create an artistic layout with some of the items found in my kitchen and lay these out in such a manner I could make a photo worthy of a double truck or centerfold in a magazine or a whole web page? He has included this little photo which he sent me here. I hope you can see it. I'm just sneaking in. Look, you see what I mean? So this is just a detail, okay? But it's beautifully lit, beautifully composed. Look at the overlapping circles. Think of ways in which you can portray what your kitchen looks like. So let's have a little look. Let me talk you through a couple of little ideas. I'm going to have to move you around. I'm in isolation. We're all in lockdown. So I'm not sure how this is going to work. I've got my little camera here. Let me put this on the table. Because it could be a part of the kitchen. It could be, you know, we're going to look across the kitchen and see what something looks like. Let me just move you over here. I've got to take the phone with me so that I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to pop this on the bread bin here. How does that look? Not bad. I think I need to move you though. You see, this is a struggle. You know, this isn't easy, and it's not meant to be easy. I want you guys to see me having to struggle to do this because you may have to struggle to fulfill these challenges. Let's just move this out of the way. There's a few bits and pieces, look, on the table here. There's, you know, a bit of jam, bit of bread, things like that. What would it look like? What is the heart of the home? Well, the cooker is a very big part of the kitchen, isn't it? How about if I came down here and had a little look to see how it would look from down here? So, okay, we got our stuff on the table and we got the kitchen, you know, cooker over there. It's okay. How could we make it more interesting? What about increasing our focal length? What happens if we start to take in a bit of detail? We've got some extraordinarily good naked jam. You may have seen me make some videos with Jen, the creator. Look, you see, that's a little more interesting, isn't it? We've got a hint of cooker there. What is utterly ruining it? What about the back of this chair here? These are the sorts of things you need to look out for. The light is a little flat. If there was a window blowing in some light from the side here, it would probably look a bit more interesting. That is the sort of thing you need to look out for. Things like that chair. It's really, really annoying, isn't it? Having something in the background after you've shot it. You've got all the time in the world now. You can be looking for these things. What about details and shapes? Could we shoot this from a different angle? What would it look like from above? What about, maybe I'm going to come over here. I think you can still see me. Yeah. What about a knife drawer? Look, cleaned everything. What about the knife drawer? You know, these are very much a part of the kitchen, aren't they? You think of these utensils. How about if you start to get really straight and clean and see if you can get some lines and shapes? Could you look across them from an angle to see if there's anything that could be had? How about if you were to take some of these out? Maybe you could, you know, set something up on the table with them. Look at these utensils, you know. If you're going to tilt, you know, don't just do a wonky shot. I'm not saying that works terribly well, but I think you get the idea. I have got a bit of an idea, which I thought up earlier, which I'd like to try. I haven't done this, but I want to see if it works. How about a cooker? Look, cookers are the heart of the kitchen. They certainly are to me. It's where we cook. And look at the shapes and patterns. You often get some great shapes and graphic lines. Now, the thought I'm having is a black pan with something cooking in it. This is just an idea. This isn't what you've got to do. This is just an idea. This is about experimenting. Let me see if I can get a shot set up. If I put the camera over there, I need to tilt you up a bit. Here we go. I think we're getting there. Up a bit more. That's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, let's go there. So, I think that will be good. We got this. What we need now is a pan. I'll be right back. Oh, smash, bang, crash. So patient in such a hurry. Pan. I have got my good friend Anne here. I'm hoping she's okay. She's all alone. My good friend Anne Egg. Because I'm a bloke on his own, why would you need more than one egg, for goodness sake? So let's see if we can put a bit of heat into this pan. Let's see if we can get a shot looking down, getting those shapes. Let's see if we can get the colour as the egg white changes, as the orange yolk. And let's hope that a certain person doesn't break the egg. Right, bit of heat. Let's reduce that, I don't want too much. Really, this burner is too big for the cooking purpose. But I want it in the middle for the shot. So we've got a light up here. Let's turn that on. Let's see how that looks. You see, it's bringing a little bit of life to this. Let's see if I can show you with the GoPro. So look, if we're looking down here, look, you see we've got quite a nice shape going on. Yeah? Let's come back this way a little bit. What about that handle? I don't really like it at that angle, but I think it would look nicer if it's round to the side. You get my drift. This is the sort of thing I'm looking for. Imagine a bit of Annie egg action going on in here. Let's warm that girl up. So, first of all, I need a little bit of oil. You ever notice how chefs get really close to things? You know, they're always peering at stuff from this distance. Don't do it with hot oil. It will hurt. It's not big, it's not funny, and it's not clever. So let's get a bit of warmth going on in there. I don't want the oil too hot. It's starting to make crackly noises. That suggests it is a bit warm. So let's see how this works. Where's Anne Egg gone? Anne, where are you? There you are. This is really a bit too hot. I think I'm going to put the egg in before the heat gets going because I don't want it to spit and crackle and pop. So let's see I've spilt a little bit of egg white across the edge. Drop you in there. In you go, Annie. Not bad, not bad. We've got a little bit of a scraggly end going on, but I still think it'll be okay. Let me show you what we're looking at. Remember, I had the pan handle over this way at that angle. Where is my Fuji camera? Here it is. Let me see if I can run a bit of video while this starts. It's changing colour so fast. Look at this. Right. There we go. Look. See how quickly that's starting to change colour. Now if we bring our composition out a little bit. Hang on, it's messing me up. Can you hear that cracking? I don't want it to spit. Let's take it off for a minute. You see, this is what you have to do. You've got to take a bit of time, think. Look, and in doing that, what have we just discovered? Another interesting shape, another interesting sort of pattern going on. I like this sort of area here. Could we turn that around and introduce a bit of an egg action into the corner of our shot? You know, look, that sort of, you know, you could play with that and experiment. Now look, you see you've got shadows coming in down here from my hand, from these lights. These are all things you've got to watch out for. Let's just pop Anne back on the heat. She loves it. And see what we got. Now, I've still got this annoying shadow. I reckon if I go further in, will it be better? Up here. Yeah, I reckon. Maybe try the light off. What does it look like? It's very dark, obviously, at the moment. But the light's very flat. Prefer it on. I think we're pretty much in a good place. Look at those colours. Look at those colours. It's really nice. I'm going to kill the heat. Make sure my strap's out the way. What about my exposure? There's not a lot of light in here. So I want to be sure my camera isn't going to wobble, don't I? I need to be very careful about that. Stop the video camera. So what are we going to do? Think about your ISO. Is there much depth of field going on with a shot like this? No. So what sort of aperture will you be able to use? Exactly, a wide one. It's going to let you get in lots of light. So I think that looks pretty good. I just want to find a way to, can I reach from an angle? Can I get this without getting, I hate that shadow that the camera is putting in there, but it's not bad. So what I'm going to do is shoot from about there. Let's line it up. There's our shot. Ooh, doesn't that look good? Doesn't that look good? I said I wasn't going to show you what to do and I just have. Idiot, Browne. Right, let's open up my aperture a bit. I want it a bit brighter. I'm keeping my shutter speed at 125th of a second because I want to be sure I don't get camera shake. I am using 1600 ISO so that I can have the correct exposure. And I'm just going to zoom out a little bit so I've got a bit of space if I need to correct some verticals later. Look at that. Look at that. I'm really quite pleased with that. I think that's pretty good. But anyway, the home of the house is the kitchen. The kitchen is the heart of the home. That's what we're looking for. Think up interesting, different ways in which you can shoot your kitchen. What does it mean to you? How are you going to go about it? Don't just copy me. Think up some stuff for yourselves. Go click the little link above, click the little eye symbol. It will take you to that link. Go to the website, go and have a look, find out how to enter. I really look forward to seeing your entries. It will also tell you which date you need to have your stuff uploaded by. Actually, it's on screen now. I just thought of that on the hoof. Take care, and I'll see you in a while. Bye now.